down to the dent.
Hey everybody, it's Trav. Hey guys, how you doing? So yeah, looking pretty strange these days, right? Well, so be it. I've got no ego. Uh, there's some stuff coming, and I'm just posting a quick video because it's really cool, and I thought you might like to see it. So you've seen some stuff that's on the table, and you've seen some stuff that I'm working on, and Congroy is getting stuff, and Joe's getting stuff. These are my last three guys, and then I have like two other glove guys, and I'm kind of done. This is the big end push, and anyway, there's a big video coming. There's a huge video coming. I don't want to. I mean, it's. I've been promising you. Part 2 is promising you. Whoever follows this stuff, it's pretty big. It's got a lot of stuff on it. I really don't want to release the whole thing until my gloves are out. Until the guys have these, and it's so close. But I want to show you a little bit of what's going on here, because I'm not only working on Part 2 Gear Shift Heroes, Part 2 Jesse Heroes, Part 1 Heroes, and Becker clones, as it looks today for these guys who've been waiting, because they're all getting various things, and some multiples. I always try to differentiate what goes on with the process. And there's a lot of stuff that I keep saying that I can't talk about right now, that's been going on behind the scenes to make all of this happen. And that is coming eventually. The lengths that I've gone to, and the fortune that I've had to have the I don't even know what to call it at this point. The luck of the Irish to start pulling this off the way I've always seen it in my mind's eye. And it's not at all how I thought it would be. So let me show you what I'm doing this evening. Right now, I am working on some knuckle stalls for a Part 1, and on my monitor over here, I have my favorite shot of the pipe scrape. So I've always said, as I started redoing this process, that I'm going to try to be screen authentic versus screen accurate. The armature is screen accurate. That's done. That's in the past. I've got that. I'd like to get it as screen faithful as I can with the finish on all the gloves without sitting there and getting every single blah, 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 blah. You know that. You can't get every fine detail, but I want to get it as close and faithful to the original as I can in the methods that were used. So I've always said this, there's a million ways to do this. There's a million ways that people see these gloves, and there is an art form to bringing out these details in each finger that I could spend weeks and days and years on, and again, I have, but not really. I spent weeks and days and years on bullshit. Now I'm actually really doing what I've always set out to do in an efficient manner, but one that suits my artistic integrity. So with that, without going totally obsessive and crazy, I'm working on a ring knuckle tonight for a Part 1, and I am going ahead and trying to create from the pipe scrape in that darkened scene, which I know how it looks in other lights. And so it looks, and I'll show it to you in all different lighting setups to kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about. Trying to create that finger, that top of the finger, and it's got a few things going on. If you know the scene, and if you just saw my thing I just showed you, I'll try to demonstrate it. No, I won't, because it just went off. Pull it back, rewind the video. It's got it's got the grunged copper, which is the base caramel with a little bit of wear and tear. And this is all in layers. So I got the caramel layer, I had the aging process layer, and that's fine. I've done my bit sanding and treating and preparing it, and I still do have my secrets that I do that I've not let everybody know. I give you guys how to do the color, and you guys have run with that, and it's beautiful, and everybody does such great work, and the gloves look so good now, you guys. They just look so good. You guys are doing, I'm sorry to sound like an old man, but look, okay? You guys are fucking amazing. You're amazing. Mark, Christopher Grantner, Knapp, all you guys. Congroy, all you guys, man. You're all fucking masters. Blows me away. So I'm sitting here in my stupid little studio still trying to pretend like I matter. In my own mind, I always will. As much as I hate this stuff, I still love Nightmare. I still love doing these gloves, and so here I am doing them. I'm doing somebody's Part 1 knuckle piece for their pipe scrape, Part 1 hero. Again, you know, I could go through Nightmare 1 and say, okay, in this scene in the pillow fight, you know, when he's got the hero on, it's like they've got black on all the stall. I could go all over this. It's scene specific at this point, right? I'm obsessive, compulsive. Which one do I choose? Well, I want the colors. I want the pipe scrape. So I'm doing pipe scrape tonight. The ring, here it is, and I'll show you, and I'll do it in 3 different lighting setups so you can kind of see how it refracts and reflects. Right now it's got a base caramel. It's got a little bit of the weathering. It's got the primary weathering actually. The color's pretty much done, and I've gone ahead and blasted the center because the center, when I mean blasted out. Don't think I just took heat to it because that's not exactly what I did. But I blasted that centerpiece off. I scraped and peeled back just a layer of the caramel so it's a little bit lighter, because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and singe that around with black and just make it look kind of like that image. You know, it's got a little bit of, that finger has a little bit more black, and it's kind of like a, it's kind of like almost like a lightning bolty kind of, you know, it's almost like the blacks on the sides of the tips. But not quite. You know what I mean. It's got grunge on the top. It's got more grunge on the top than any other finger. So I've essentially made that landing strip for where that grunge is going to go. So imagine a little bit of black and then some more charred goodness and a little bit more grunge, and this is basically done. So let's take a look. Let's hope this works. I'm going to have to check this. So here it is. Where is it? Where's the thing? And let me do it here. Here, okay. Cool. All right, so I'm going to hope that that's in camera. So here it is, and it's looking pretty decent. Where the fuck is the lens? All right. There you are. Hello, lens. Okay, there you are. So here it is, low light. This is about mid-level nominal light, a lot of ambient light. And it's, you know, again, this is my phone, the color's not going to be totally accurate, and all the excuses I usually get. Let's bring it under some hot light. You can really start to pick up those reds. And all those little glints of color that pick up in that pipe scrape scene. But if I bring this over now, all the way over here to a super hot light, they almost completely disappear, and it's just basically straight caramel. You know what I mean? I'm really hoping this is all getting in here. So I think it's just really cool how they shift in between different light sources and why it looks so different no matter where you are coming from those light sources. You know what I mean? I just think it's really cool, and I guess that's why I'm still doing it. And all right, so, you know, I know what you're thinking. That's not how, you know, what you just, right, exactly, I wasn't done, so here it is. And remember, you know, it's a process. It's a process like any other, and we are trying to simply emulate, not necessarily completely imitate. We're trying to get that look. You know what I mean? So if you look at the grab I just did, that pipe scrape, I mean, this is all, you know, I could go in and go, well, this part here is kind of in shadow, so it's peeking over the pipe like so, right? That's what we were going for. That whole business, that whole setup that I just did was to get this. A very good approximation of the color scheme, the patterns, and everything else of that ring finger from the pipe scrape scene reaching into camera. And I know it didn't look like it totally before, but it sure does now. Every light angle, all the purples and the hues, going from extreme. This is the pipe scrape color, guys, and this is, for me anyway, and this is, you know, this is what it's all about for me. This is what it's all about. Just making it so. I hope you guys enjoy, and there will definitely be more coming, clearly. Each finger is different, and I just wanted to give you a little taste and a little peek of what I was up to this evening. Trying to match the Part 1 hero as best I can to the pipe scrape, and you know, wow. Well, I guess we're doing that angle now. Okay, here we are. Good one, Trav, real slick. Thank you very much for watching. The video Part 3 is so fucking long, there's so much going on. I may post some of it. I may do a teaser, I don't know. But anyway, I'm just working on gloves tonight, and I've got an As It Looks Today Becker clone coming up in a couple hours. That's going to be on the table. So I'm all over the place. I'm working on everybody's stuff in tandem. Anyway, hope you found that interesting. Catch you guys later. Oh yeah, Gear Shift Hero leather drawing. Woohoo!